Alright, what's up everybody? So Moto Baggins here. Actually, I think I tried to film this intro like once or twice, but being a rookie, I kind of keep forgetting to press the record button, believe it or not. Today's gonna be a beautiful day in PA. It's gonna be like 77 or so. So pretty much, I'm off. I was off yesterday. I'm off today. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go enjoy a nice ride. So yesterday was a day off with my wife and I together, which usually doesn't happen. She's busy with work. I'm usually busy with work. So, in other words, we were off both that day, and it was like 10:30 in the morning, and we were trying to figure out something to do, and we're like, oh, we should go to a Pirates game. We haven't gone to a Pirates game yet this year. And sure enough, there's a game at 1:30, like 1:30, 1:35, which gave us enough time to hop in the car, drive about the 3 hours to Pittsburgh, and actually go see a Pirates game, which is really cool. It was a great game, beautiful weather. I mean, it's one of the best parks you can go to, baseball parks that is. And so we went, and the Pirates won, which I know sounds surprising, but they won against the Phillies 6-4 in extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, one player hit a walk-off home run, and the Pirates won 6-4. We got home around 8:30. One because the extra innings, the game was a little bit longer, and then excuse me. And then obviously trying to leave Pittsburgh because of the extra innings, it was a little bit more of a cluster trying to do that. But we had a great time. I had a great day off yesterday. I went and did some errands there. So now it's just riding today. So I don't know what this video is going to be. I'm trying to make sure I'm recording. I am. That's good. The last few times I wasn't recording and I was trying to make a video. But yeah, I don't know what I want to talk about. I was contemplating riding to Yingling. That's about a 2 hour and 20 minute ride. I was contemplating doing that. I did get new tires on the bike. I got a new front and rear tire. I do got to get my bike inspected by the end of July here. Or as soon as possible at this point. But I got new tires. I am not that well versed in tires. I don't like Dunlops at all. I don't like any tire that I've had on them. Any bike that I bought has had Dunlops on them. When I bought this Vulcan originally, it had brand new Dunlops on them. I'm not impressed with the handling. I'm not impressed with how they wear. I'm not impressed with anything about these tires. I'm sure there's probably some great model and that's amazing, but 3 strikes you're out. I'm done with Dunlops. So I had a Bridgestone Battle Axes, a T32 or whatever on the front. And then I had a Battle Axe matching set on the rear. And I was pretty happy with those tires, but this is my second, well, I've had 4 rear tires now. I have almost 16,500 miles on my bike. And what I found is I really, really like the Kenda KM1. I believe that is the right tire. So I have the Kenda KM1 tire for the rear, and I freaking love it. It's been a great tire. It wears great. It handles really well. I enjoy it. So that's definitely going to be my go-to tire from here on out. It is like a touring tire, so it does have like that harder rubber in the middle or whatever kind of combination to where it wears better. The reason why I got the rear tire is the tread was still good on it. It's just I found a 2-inch nail in my rear tire. So, you know, it's near the edge, the left edge. Not the sidewall or anything like that, because of course you can't and or don't want to patch a sidewall hole. But it was, I don't know, it was just it's nerve-wracking if you go down the freeway on like 80 and you got to plug in your tire and you're like, okay, like is the road feel uneven or is that my tire about to explode? So as soon as I very limited riding with that, so as soon as I got the chance to put on new donuts, I did. And the Kenda came on. I know I'm happy with the front one. I have a Shinko, a cheaper tire. The one thing that I don't, the one thing I wish is I like the Kenda KM1 so much on the rear, but the front tire of this bike is an 18-inch rim, which is weird, and the KM1 or the Kendas that I like only go up to a 17-inch diameter rim. The aspect ratio is like the 120 and all that. That's all there, but it's just, you know, the 17-inch rim instead of an 18-inch rim. And that's kind of odd, especially for this bike. I know that's an odd tire size, just in general, trying to find those tires online. They're a little bit harder to get. Now, plenty of the, I think it's 120 by 60 by 17-inch rims, or you can find those, any tire, anything like that. But for some reason, the front tire in the Kawasaki Vulcan is an 18-inch rim, so that makes it a little bit interesting to find tires sometimes. So, in other words, when I bought this set of tires, I would have gone back to the Battle Axes, but they did not have them in stock. And I think for the Bridgestones, I think I paid like probably 400 something dollars for them. Now, after these tires, I do think I'm going to go to the Michelin, like Pilot 6s or Road 6s or something like that, or 5s or 4s. Those tires in general are great, but they are pricey. But I know those are known for handling and like kind of ripping, so I don't know how that will be on my kind of riding, where I do a lot of pretty decent road trips or a lot of, you know, straight driving, you know, on highways and stuff like that. So we'll see. My brother has I believe the Road 5 or the Michelin Pilots or Road 5. What, it's either Pilot or Road, or maybe both, I don't know. But he has those on his MT-07, and those things are really nice. And they wear really nice. I think it's like a little over 3,000 miles on his MT-07. And that rear tire looks absolutely new. Like, there's really nothing wrong with it. I mean, it is showing some signs, but nothing crazy. So I'll be interested to see what kind of mileage he gets out of that. Then he has a Tracer 9, and those I believe have the Bridgestone Battle Axes front and rear. I am familiar with those tires. Those tires I was happy with, but I don't think they were worth the extra money. Really, they weren't worth it in my opinion. Now maybe if you were looking at, you know, handling in the wet, stuff like that, like when it's raining, I could see that importance, but it was too minimal in my opinion that it really wasn't worth it. So I'm definitely going to stick to the Kenda KM1 rear tire. That's going to be my rear tire until I can't find them anymore. And I believe the good thing about that, or the bad thing about that, is that they just started producing them this year, or last, like maybe 3 years tops. They've been making them, or that specific tire. So yeah, we'll see. I am trying a different frames per second. My last videos I do 1080p or 1080 with 60 frames per second. So this video I'm trying to do 1080, 120 frames per second. Now we'll see how that goes with storage and stuff like that. It'll probably increase upload time because of the higher frames per second. I want to see if that video quality is a little bit better. I do like the 10 frames per second. It just looks a little bit washed out or grainy when you get on something like a laptop or a computer. Now I'm not familiar with, I mean, I have a minor understanding of resolution and stuff like that. I know your resolution can be good, but sometimes you gotta up the frames per second to get a little bit of a better quality video. So I'm gonna try that and see. But I mean, cornfields are in full bloom. It's the end of July. It's like the dog days of summer around here. Fairs are starting to pop up all over PA. So this is, you know, this is the time from here on out to start enjoying motorcycle riding in PA. It's gonna be like high 77, high 78 today, nothing crazy. So that's gonna be enjoyable. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice day. I'm kind of taking my usual loop. I'm trying to make up my mind if I want to go anywhere today. I do have some. I cook a lot outside of work and in work. I went to culinary school. My name's Jacob, by the way. I drive a 2022 Kawasaki Vulcan 650S. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and all the recent support. My one video about the tail of the dragon on the Vulcan is over 900 views and like 20 something likes, so I'm really excited about that. I know that's not a ton, I get that, but for me starting my channel 5 months ago, that's a cool fire truck, 5 months ago being at 62 or 63 subscribers, I am pretty proud of that. Now this is a hobby, this channel, this is just stuff that I can ride and talk and kind of clear my head, talk to you guys if it's something that you enjoy, or if you have other channels, you know. It helps me relax, and I feel like I'm getting more comfortable talking to myself as well as you guys. But, you know, I still got a long way to go. You know, I started 5 months ago. And my goal this year is to be at 100 subscribers by, you know, 2024, and I'm at 63. So I can make that happen. I'll just have to start trying to figure out stuff to do content-wise for the fall and winter. But that's a me problem, not a you problem. I'll try to figure out something. I'll try to get something more with my phone. My cell phone has a decent camera, so I'm gonna try to figure out maybe some like maintenance videos, like changing the oil, stuff like that. I wish I kind of had the idea of the channel. Oh, excuse me. I changed the headlight. I added fog lights. I added the outlet. I added the Buick windscreen. I added the Buick crash bars. I added the Corbin seat. You know, I kind of wish that I would have thought of this content. And to be honest, I kind of had an eye, like thinking about doing the channel, and I thought about doing that. But honestly, I just didn't have the motivation at that point. I didn't know how to record it. I was doing this stuff in the middle of winter, adding all this stuff to this bike in a shed with 2 feet of snow around me, just trying to scratch that itch, you know, for hitting the open road. And I'd say about mid to end October, that's when I'll be done riding the bike. I mean, I can push it, but it's either I winterize it, pack it up, and get it done by the end of October, or I will ride till the first salt of the roads. I do not like the ride when the roads are salted. I try to avoid it. However, I did make an exception for my trip in Florida in March. There was still snow and high winds and salt on the roads. And I made an exception for that because I knew once I got down south I could hit a car wash to wash my bike off, as well as it'd be warmer, so that crap wouldn't be on the roads. But man, I always like driving this loop. I know it's the same footage of it, but it allows me to ride and clear my head and enjoy it. I gotta, oh, my wife rode with me the other day. Let's put up my foot pegs here. Okay, we'll hit the road here before that truck comes. I like driving this little loop. And now that I kind of got that rear tire, I still got to break it in. I probably have about maybe 100 miles on this rear tire. So really, I kind of don't want to start, you know, 300 I'll feel better about it. I'm not saying it's slippy or anything like that, but you still got to be mindful of that stuff and take precautions. It's going to be a nice day. I was contemplating just wearing my Hawaiian shirt and my vest and put some sunscreen on my arms, but I'm weird about that, man. People down in Florida and all the hot places, man, I totally get it. Not wearing the gear. Like, I personally still wear gear even when it's hot. But man, that mindset, like, I can't relax if I don't have gear on. And I know that's like a weird or dumb safety net, but I feel like I can focus more on the road and focus more on what I'm doing and other people. It makes makes me more alert, it makes me more in tune, and allows me to enjoy my ride when I have gear on. The whole time I don't, I'm worried about, okay, like what if I wreck, or, you know, me going 70 is not really what I want to do when my bare elbow could just cheese straight on the asphalt. So that's kind of that. But if you guys have any questions on anything, I did a video before this one about some dislikes and likes about the Kawasaki Vulcan. Honestly, nothing was groundbreaking. It wasn't, I don't think it'd sway you to buy the bike one way or the other. These are just things that I disliked and liked about the bike. You do got to add a lot of stuff on it, but at the same time, for the price point, that's kind of what you expect. You know, you're gonna have to put the money into it to make it kind of what you want. But you know, I took this bike with this setup on the Dragon. Got my sticker there and up there. I have 2 stickers. I know it's weird, but I got one on the windshield because if I decide to take, or you know, if it's on there, it's there. But then if I decide to take the windshield off, I still got one on my bike. So that's why it's not Dragon stickered out, but I do got 2 on my bike. Is if I decide ever, you know, when I take my windshield off to get some more airflow, which honestly I probably should have done today, I still got the Dragon sticker on the bike, which I know is not a big deal, but it was enjoyable. If you have not rode the Dragon, the tail of the Dragon, absolutely do it. The back of the Dragon was way more technical in my opinion, or my skill level, I should say, which I guess you can count those as both, but I did them both and it was so much fun. The back of the Dragon was like more compressed, like you had that, what's the word I want to use, you had to negotiate your maneuvers better and a little bit more up front. The tail of the Dragon was more of like the sweepers and kind of the transitions, which was still, it was a lot of fun. I was giggling on the tail of the Dragon. The back of the Dragon, I was sweating, I'm not gonna lie. But such a nice day today. I just, oh man, I can't believe I can do this and ride a bike. Like, I'm so blessed to be able to do this and to relax and to talk to you guys. And there's a lot of stuff I take for granted, and riding motorcycles has helped me. I'm not a very spontaneous person. I like to plan things out for the final detail, but these motorcycle trips, even just this year, has forced me out of my comfort zone, has forced me to just accept things as they are, like on a road trip. Like, I can't plan every single detail. I can't, you know, fix everything that happens when I don't even know if it's going to happen. I just got to go and ride and enjoy it. And when stuff comes up, you just got to be either prepared mentally to deal with it, or be as prepared as you can physically with what you have on you to deal with it. And I think that's just part of riding a motorcycle, and that's something that I forgot, or at least something that riding a motorcycle has forced me out of doing, and just making me realize, like, hey, you can't plan everything, and that's okay, and that's the fun of it. Riding a bike will always be important to me, and I will always enjoy it until the day I can't turn the throttle. You know, that's whether if I'm dead, hopefully not, but you know, that's whether if I'm dead or if I get too old. I hope I get old enough where I can't lift a bike and drive it. You know, I hope I get to that age where I can experience all that stuff. But next year, I'm determined. I'm gonna save up my vacation time, and I think I'm gonna go out west. So every year I get like 120 hours of vacation time. I've also been at my job. It'll be for 7 years. So, you know, that doesn't just start out. You know, you earn that. Excuse me, with some indigestion. So I want to save up those hours and take a multi-week trip. Take a multi-week trip and go west. I don't know where I'll end up. I'll probably have to kind of plan that out a little bit. But I'm thinking if I could have done, Florida was 2,400 miles round trip. I did 1,200 miles in 3 days, and I know that I can do 1,200 miles in 2 days as long as the weather cooperates, in the sense of nothing astronomical like snow or sleet or rain so heavy, you know, you can't see. So if that's the case, I could go 1,200 miles west. Not saying a whole way, maybe get Midwest, you know, and experience some different scenery. You know, I've been up and down the Northeast and down in the Southeast between Florida and Maine and all that. I mean, I could do a motorcycle trip in October to go up to Vermont. My friends have done that a few times to see the leaves and all the birch trees and whatnot. So there's a couple things that I can roll around and kind of do. Eventually I want to get better with like recording. I'll probably have to get another GoPro or something like that to get different angles to record that stuff. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. And honestly, I'm happy where I'm at with what I've started and achieved so far. I can hang my hat on that. Now, is that where I want to leave it? No, of course not. And do I plan for this to be a big channel where, you know, I can do this full time? No, but if it happens, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to say no to riding motorcycles year round. Heck, like, if it gets that big and I got to move somewhere where I can ride it year round, I'll be happy. I ain't going to be upset about that. But, yeah, this video is weird. It's just kind of thoughts through my head, kind of what's going on. I'm enjoying the weather, you know, got some sleep last night, ate a chocolate chip waffle this morning, homemade out of a cast iron waffle maker on the stove. Like, it's a good day. I can't complain, and hopefully I don't need to complain. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Watch this, right? Like, just look at this. I mean, I know it's like children of the corn, but how beautiful. I love living in Pennsylvania. It is so beautiful. West Virginia, I'd move to in a heartbeat. West Virginia is more beautiful than PA. Well, not more beautiful. Maybe as beautiful, but way better roads. And I'm not even talking about potholes. Okay, I'm talking about just back roads, scenic, well maintained, well paved. We went down to Tennessee. We went through like Seneca Rocks and Nantahala Forest or something like that. I can't quite remember the name of it, but it was hundreds of miles of just beautiful paved road. It was unfair. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but hey, I'll take it. I'm not upset about that. But like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for helping me kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. I've learned these motorcycle trips and taking these videos that I can push myself and learn to just go do stuff, even if I don't know what the outcome's going to be. And before, a couple years ago, especially with COVID and all that stuff going on, and I have to deal with the health of my wife and figuring that out and all these different things, like, it's nice to be able to kind of find myself again. And I'm really appreciative of that. Work's been good, wife's been good, 2 dogs, of course there's grass on the road, which, I mean, it's annoying, but it is what it is. At least you know it's not this gentleman, but whatever, it's grass. I mean, you gotta learn how to handle it over the grass. I mean, that's nothing. I remember one time I was riding, was it 50 or 54, some route, go back way through Huntington, and there was a farmer, and I'm not joking, it was probably 4 inches of just solid mulch vegetation on the road. Now that would mess you up. That small stuff on the road's not that big of a deal. I mean, every time I see it, my heart kind of skips a beat a little bit, but then I gotta realize, like, hey, you know, you just gotta handle through it. You just gotta go around it. It's not that big of a deal. The mindset of people like blowing it on the road is what more so annoys me, because like I know like it's not a big deal for me, but I just think about like, you know, parents riding, they got a kid on the back or something, you know, God forbid like they go down and that kid's on there, like I don't know, that's like the perfect scenario. I know, I get it, but I don't know, it is what it is. People do what they do and I can't control it, so there's no point on trying. little mountain here is pretty cool. I ride this loop a lot. My friend Ian rode this loop the other day. He calls this the Jake's Loop, because I ride this all the time. It's about 30-35 minutes from where I live, like total. I can do this and come back around and be good with it. Said, trying these new tires. That road is boggy in that section. Always just to throw you to the left. You'll get better at taking that turn. But yeah, I mean it's like a 10-degree difference through here, which is nice. It's early enough in the day where it's not insane. I'm liking these new tires so far. Well, the Kenda, I know what to expect. The front tire, I mean, hell, I think you could put a brick on there and, you know, I couldn't tell the grip, you know. I think the large part of your tire and your control, at least like the feeling of stability for me, is in the rear tire, which, you know, is probably not factual in any way, so take that with a grain of salt. This is how I feel. But man, I just can't help but kind of lean into these things. I ought to be mindful of deer. Say a prayer, not come out. And I love is when you ride a bike enough to know the sweet spot and what gear you gotta be in for these ups and downs. It's a pull off of here, yeah. But oh man, it's such a nice day today. I am tickled pink. I'll definitely get some footage of fall, that's for sure. You guys will love to see the leaves change colors and all that this upcoming October and autumn. I always kind of watch for gravel in these turns and roads, because if it rains, like that can wash out some gravel. So I always try to stay to like the yellow line or the white line near the shoulder, because a lot of times that gravel sits right in the middle. This turn is deceptively tight. I wouldn't say sharp, but there's been a couple of times where, you know, I'm looking at the view over there and I'm like, oh crap. Gotta brake a little bit. Up here too. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is kind of record a video, leave it at that, you know, turn it off, get my bit or my footage of what I want, and then I think I'm just going to go enjoy my day, honestly. Like, I like talking to you guys, but sometimes I just got to put the music on and hit the road and enjoy. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to show you some of the scenery, some moo-moos, but you guys have an awesome day, have an awesome week. I'll see you next time. Ride safe, and if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a great day.